in the December before Tyler and I got married, we went on a drive out to a local state park. And when we were at that state park, we were just sitting in the car talking and talking about life and our future and what that looks like and what we were going to do and all of these exciting things, right as things, whenever big changes come and the feeling that's inside of you. And my husband looks up and he said, "I just seen a man walk into the women's bathroom." And I was like, "Are you sure?" He said, "Yeah, I'm positive." And there were just a bunch of little kids in there. So, like, I'm kind of nervous about it. And I was like, "Well, maybe it's the parent, maybe it's," and he was very adamant that something was wrong. So we get out and I walk over to the bathroom and he's like, "I'm going to wait right here. You holler if there's any trouble." And I was like, okay. So I go in expecting to see a man of some sort, probably like the parent of a child going in to get him or something. And I walk in and there's this little older lady there. And she's sitting there brushing her teeth. And I had kind of made like an awkward entrance. So it was like a moment of, what do I do? Do I sit here and just turn around and walk out, or do I say something? So I said hello because I felt like that was the right thing to do, the nice, polite thing to do. I said hello, and she starts talking to me and telling me all of these things. And she travels and goes from state park to state park to state park. She lost her husband several years ago, but they had at very young age, they sold all the things that they had, and they just traveled around and told everybody that they knew about Jesus at state parks. And I asked her, I said, "Aren't you afraid to be traveling by yourself?" And she was like, "No, because Jesus is with me. Wherever I go, he is there. He has protected me all this time, and he'll continue to do it." It turned out the lady was 97. And she gave Tyler and I some of the best marriage advice that I have ever been given. And she said, me and my husband always used to say that we were each other's second favorite person, and that we loved each other, but we loved him second because we always loved God first. God was our favorite, and he was my second favorite, and I was his. And she told us that, and it connected to a lot of things that Tyler and I had been talking about already, was that God was going to come first and that we were second to each other. And one of the things that really stood out to me about this conversation was how God ordained it was. Because we were just sitting there and we thought that something crazy was happening, and we went in and we really felt like we were in the presence of God, that we were talking to an angel, because she just gave us such good insight and such things that kind of put us at ease and settled us down from like the pre-marriage butterflies or whatever you want to call it. And when we left there, we walked out and we were like, why did we not like offer her some place to stay, or why didn't we like offer her some type of help or company? So we drove all around the park and we could not find her. She was completely gone. And that's not even possible, because we just walked out of the bathroom and got in the car. It's not even possible that she wasn't there, but we drove all around and she was not there. And I say all of that to tell you this, that I feel like God meets us in the most unexpected places. The places we never would have thought he shows up, he is there. And he's always speaking to us. It's just a matter of whether or not we're ready to listen.